Hello guys, you are welcome back to my channel. If this is your first time joining me, you are welcome, and if you have been here before, you are welcome. Yes, this is Ebo Naija Mama. I believe you all have known the reason for that word Ebo. Yes, I'm from Edo State, Eastern Southeast, but based in Warri, Delta State. You are welcome to my channel. For those my old subscribers, I thank you all. God bless you. And those that have joined me currently, I thank you all. I really appreciate. I appreciate your love. I appreciate your prayers. God bless you all. God bless you. I'm really happy. God bless you all. Like you know, before I said, I will continue telling my stories. Your motivation and your prayers, everything has kept me. So I will continue telling my stories to you guys. This is episode 3. If you have not watched episode 1, episode 2, please go back. You will see those videos. Go and watch it. I titled it How I Turned Cripple. So my story continues. God bless you. Yes. Welcome to episode 3 of How I Turned Cripple, the story of my life. So you guys should pay attention and listen. Yes, my main aim of telling my life story is not because I want pity, but I know one or two persons might learn something from my experience. That is why I decided to share my life story with you guys. Like these things I'm telling you people now, I have not discussed this with them. Except people that see me when I experience all these things. Even some of my family members, they don't know things like this. So maybe when they watch the video, it will be the first time for them to hear all these things from me. I don't discuss it with people. It really took me a lot of time to come out to share my life experience with people. So please guys, like I told you before, that yeah, it breaks my heart a lot. I just want people to, I just need encouragement for me to go higher, for me to, from my spirit to be lifted. That is all I want. For me to be strong than I am now. That is all I need. So if you are not subscribed to this channel, please subscribe, so that you will be hearing all my life experiences as I will be unfolding them one by one. So like I tell you people, as soon as I come back from that Ebo estate, I sit down at home doing nothing. I just fed up. In short, I don't even know the next way to go. I don't know the next step to take. Even my father was even confused. We don't know what to do again. We don't know where to go anymore. And before I even went to that Ebo estate, my people from my village, they have been sending message to my dad that he should bring me home, that they have herbs there, they have medicine that they will use on me that will make me get back to my feet. They have been sending messages to my dad. So but my dad refused that he don't want me to go to the village. But when we still came back, I believe they heard it in the village. So they still sent somebody to come and meet my dad, that a child does not belong to one person, that should bring me back home so that they will still try and see what they can do for me. So my dad now said, okay, true, child does not belong to one person, let him try. So he took me down to the village. That very day we got to the village, they invited our family, there is the elders of our family. They all came together. When they saw me, he said I should not worry, that everything will be better, that it's my dad that did not bring me home ever since, that since I'm here now, everything will be better. So they sat down. They started. My father brought some drinks from Warri to the village. Like this dry gin, we call it ogogoro. He brought it too. And the one in the village in our place is not that strong. If you want to see strong dry gin, that is ogogoro. The one in Warri is very, very strong. But those ones in the village, they do mix it with a lot of water. So my dad now give them to drink. So they started drinking. As I don't know whether maybe it's the drink that got to their brain. I don't know. If you want to know what is inside somebody, it's when the person is drunk. When that person is drunk, that thing that is inside the person, you will be saying it out. Sorry guys, I have to change location because NEPA just took light. So like I said, as soon as they started drinking this dry gin, they started talking. One of them say, Saple, come and sit down, come and sit down. Saple in my language, Saple, that is the name they used to call my dad. Because the reason why they used to call my dad Saple, because they said when the mother was pregnant of him, they used to travel from the village to Saple to do business, buy things from the village and carry it to Saple. So during that period is when he gave birth to my dad. So that is why they started calling him Saple. So that is the name they used to call my dad. So they call him Saple, vare, don't do to her, which means Saple, come and sit down. So my father sat down. They now told him that, look, without being told, you don't know the problem of your daughter. You don't know the thing that is wrong with your daughter. My father said, no, you don't know what is wrong with me. They say, how can you say you don't know? Are you not see the beauty of this your daughter? Are you not see the way she is fine? You don't need to be told that she's from water. She have a spiritual husband. That is the problem she have. That is the reason why she cannot walk. My dad was surprised. My dad said, no, how can they say that is the one that gave birth to me? If there is anything like that he would have known, that is, he would have seen some traits, that is something that will relate to such things. My dad said, no, they say, you will not know. What do you know? You are just a child. You don't know anything. So that was like the rest not joined. That was all what they were saying. Yes, so it's true. Not look at the way, look at her beauty. How can somebody be just fair like this? I can look at the beauty now. She's from the water. That is his problem. That is a small thing. They are going to do it. They will stop everything. That they will do everything. I will start working again. They started saying many things. I was inside the room. I was hearing everything. I was surprised. I was confused. I was thinking, which kind of word is that? Okay, let them be saying whatever they are saying. It's only God that knows. So they started talking and talking. So after they have finished discussing, they tasked themselves. They donated money and they picked 3 people that they will send to native doctor to go and make some, I think, whether to go and inquire, be check oracle to know if what they think is true or not. So that is what they did. So they left that night. So after they left, my uncle, that is the junior brother to my dad, now called my dad. He said, all these things they are saying, that he did not believe all those things. That I stay with him from when I was a child. Because when I was 6 years, I was taken to the village to stay with my uncle and my grandmother. Well, that will be a video for another day, a story another day how I stayed in the village. I will let you guys, I will still let you guys know about that story, but for this now, this is not the video now. So my uncle said he did not believe all those things. Because one, that my uncle is a Christian, so he does not believe all those fetish things. So and he still say with all what he had been seeing me, that he did not say anything like that. That somebody that have a water spirit that is not hard to identify. that I did not believe all those things. So my father said he himself is doubting it. He did not believe that I have not seen anything like that for him to come and believe that this is what they are saying is true. He said, okay, no problem, till they will go and come back tomorrow morning. So till daybreak. When they break now, the people that they appointed left for the checking of the oracle. I don't know what to call it. So they left and they came back, 3 of them. When they came back, they gathered themselves again that morning. The people that went to the native doctor now say that like what we were telling you people yesterday, it's exactly what we say that the native doctor said. He said that I have a spiritual husband, that the spiritual husband is a very jealous man. That is why he knows now that I'm matured enough to be following man, and maybe I would like to get married. So that is the reason he said no. He does not want anybody to marry me. He does not want me to follow any man. That is why he crippled me. That is what the native doctor said. That is the major. That is the problem I'm having. That the man is a very jealous man. The spiritual husband, for them it's not me. I reject it. It's not me. That is what the spiritual husband is a very jealous man. So that was what they were telling my father and be telling the rest of the elders. So then I said, okay, now what is the way forward? I was hearing there. I was in the room hearing everything they are saying. No, but what is the way forward now? Then I say the native doctor said that he have given them list of what they would buy, the things that they would buy, so that they will use it to make some sacrifice on me. That the sacrifice they are going to make, they will take some to my mother's side, because my mother's place is not far from my dad's place. Let me just say like 7 to 10 poles away to my mother's side. That is the distance is not far. So they said they will take some to my mother's side. They will do some in my father's side. That the one they are going to do in my mother's side, that somebody can help me to go and do that one. But the one they are going to do in my father's side, that I must be there. They will take me to the place where they are going to make that sacrifice. So after saying everything, all the things they calculated, my father brought out the money. He gave it to them to go and buy the things. My father said he does not have any problem, that all he needs is for me to stand up and be walking. That whatever they say, he did not know that he is not God. That all he needs is for his child to start walking with her leg again. That is what he's after. He said my father should not worry, that everything will be all right. He should go back to worry, that they will take care of everything. I'm their daughter too. That he should go back to worry. He should not stay here because of me, so that he will not lose his job. That he should go back to worry. My father said, okay, no problem. So he traveled back and they made the village. So like they said, they went to they buy all those things they asked them to buy. They came back. When they came, they tied one thing in my head. I don't know what they call it. So they tie it in my head. They put some on my one in my wrist. Then they put one. They said I should put it in my leg. They tie it. So and they do some certain things around the house. Then they now say that the other one will be done in the night. That they will take me to the tree. They are in one bottom tree, and that place is inside the bush. That they will take me there to do that one. So when night reached, they called some boys. The boys now carry me to the place, to the bush, and they make the sacrifice. After doing that, they brought me back home. So, and I went to my room that night to sleep. I used to sleep with one of my cousins, little cousin. She was about 7 years then. So we do sleep together in the same bed. So I don't think I've even closed my eyes. I've not closed my eyes. The sleep just come. The thing just come as if I was sleeping. I don't even know. All I could see is it's as if somebody was pressing me. I was struggling. Somebody was pressing me. I could not breathe. I was shocking. I was struggling. I don't know if I would say the person is fighting me. I don't know. I was shouting. but nobody was coming to my rescue. Inside of me, I was shouting on top of my voice. Shouting, I was struggling. When I wake up, I was sweating, panting. I look at the little girl beside me. She was sleeping freely. And I tap her, wake up. So you mean all the one I was shouting ever since now, you did not hear me? With the sleeper, she said, no, auntie, I did not hear you. I said, I was shouting since, so you did not hear me. Upon all the shout I was shouting, you did not hear me. She said, no, she did not hear. I said, okay, go and call your mother and your father for me. So the little girl ran to the room, went to go and call my uncle and his wife. They came. They said, well, what is happening? So I told them, like, look at what I experienced. So my uncle was very, very angry. He was very angry. He was saying, sure, I told you people about this thing. Now, you people have invited problem to this house. You people have given this girl problem. All these things you put in, you just go and invite more problem to her now. All what you have not been experiencing before, now you people have brought it upon her now. Sure, you see what he was talking about that time. So he was really angry. So my uncle, the wife was coming in that I should put his voice down. He should not worry. That everything will be okay. That he should not worry. That when they break, they will tell the elders. Me, I don't know what to do. I was depressed because I have not seen such thing in my life. I have not seen such thing in my life. Because even when they were saying all these things, talking about water spirit, spiritual husband, what I was thinking was, I used to watch Nigerian film because I used to watch Nigerian film. When I see when I'm watching Nigerian film and they are doing anything about all those things, I believe the people that are involved, they know. Some of them do communicate with the spiritual husband, and there are certain things they short. So I was surprised. How will I not be involved in such thing? I don't know. How come I will not know? So all these things they were saying, I was surprised. And now look at what I'm experiencing. So the thing, I just tired. So when they prayed, they told the elder of our family, when they told him, he said, yes, that the spiritual husband is not that they are fighting now. They are fighting him to leave me. That is why I'm experiencing all those things. That I should not worry, everything will go down. But still, nothing. I was still experiencing all these things. So my uncle wife now told me that he's going to call his junior sister to come and share that if I'm involved, if I'm involved, if I have a spiritual husband, that as soon as that girl see me, the girl will know. This girl that she's talking about is our 17, 18 years old girl. The way you see the girl, you will, in short, nobody will tell you the type of girl this girl really is. Everybody know her in the village. They know her. She do go to the river and come back. Some certain things she do, you will be surprised. So everybody know that this girl is spiritually possessed. So everybody know her. So she will go and call the girl to come and check. If that is the case, that the girl will know. So really, after some days, the girl came. When the girl came, she sat down and she was looking at me. After some time, she told my uncle wife that nothing like that, did not say anything like that. That those people don't know what they are saying. That is what the girl said. So my uncle wife said, okay, there is no way we go to those people and be arguing with them. Whatever they want to do, let them be doing it. That she has said, we'll also be looking for a place to get treatment for me. So all the things they brought, all the medicine, we use it. Even the one my uncle wife went to other people, they brought medicine, I use it. Still, no improvement. Everything was just like that. No improvement. I was just dead like that. That demons they invited to their self, not me. If I want to sleep in the night, I would be afraid. Even in the daytime, I could not sleep well. I always battle with all this. I don't know what to call it. It's demon or I don't know what to call it. But anytime I want to sleep, I will be afraid to close my eyes. I was battling with all these things. I stayed in that village, in the village up to I think about almost 1 year. Almost 1 year, still nothing, no improvement, nothing. So after I think when I stayed about 10 months, the church we do, our family church in Warri, the church that's the church our family attend, their church. So they now came to visit me in the village. The pastor came and the wife and some of the church members, they came to visit me in the village. So when they came, the first thing the pastor said was, what is all this thing I'm putting on in my head, my leg, my hand? What is all these things? So I now told you that look at what they said, though. The pastor said, God forbid, that there is nothing like that. If there is anything like that, that they would have seen it since when I was in Warri, that there is nothing spiritual about this, all the spiritual husband, that all those things they are lies, nothing like that. So they now prayed for me. After praying, they took off all those things from me and they carried it back to, I don't know what they did to, if they burn it, if they throw it away, I don't know what they did, so they carried it back. From that day that they prayed and carried all those things back, that was when I stopped experiencing those nightmares, those things I used to fight with in the night. That was how that thing stopped. So when I stayed in the village for some time, I said, no, I'm tired. Because all the treatment, nothing. For my dad now came and took me back again to Warri. That was the experience I had with my village elders. So